Hey, I'm Dex Gelfand, and I'm the creator of Therapeutic Spiritual Counseling. You see, we all have things that plague us, things that disturb us. And I've done a lot of work in this field, very successfully. I've made a lot of useful observations, valuable observations, that have led to my developing specific techniques to resolve those specific things that are making your life difficult, that are making you suffer. There are 4, as I call them, negative spiritual architectures. You could call them mental mechanisms, but they're really something that we are holding on to one way or another, and we need not to. There is the chronic disturbing condition, chronic anxiety, chronic depression, fears, things like that. There's a stubbornly held protective attitude where we try to protect ourselves from certain elements of life out of fears by holding a dismissive attitude about certain things or types of people or whatever, which actually prevents us from actually processing the emotional energies that we just need to process. There is the moment of shock. We all have had moments of shock. They create great anxiety. And once they occur, they are always active within us to some degree, creating a permanent level of tension. And there is the persona or identity or false or created or adopted self that is not who we really are. And like all the other architectures, we have many of these. And many times you feel you're not really being yourself. You're not proud of your behavior in certain places or with certain people. You see where you're falling short. But every time you get into that environment, whatever it may be, you feel you just can't get out of that way, being that way. Well, I understand these things. And I've created specific techniques that I've evolved and I'm always working to improve upon. And I have them all to a very fine level of effectiveness. In the sessions that I'm giving and in the techniques that I'm training practitioners in, I call it therapeutic spiritual counseling. I do have the answers. We're always looking for attribution, aren't we? What happened to me that would explain why I'm this way? Well, it's a frustrating and misleading idea to look for that or try to attribute the way you are to something from your past, because if that worked, it would have resolved. But the answers are simpler than you may think. My clients are just about always very surprised at how successfully they change in every session. Often they're amazed. You can have a look at some of their statements, testimonials on my website. I could go into great detail about how each of these techniques works. But what you really want to see is how they work for you. Yes, I can help you. I can show you how to help yourself too. But we can accomplish great things. We can accomplish great and profound changes in you. Exactly what you need, exactly what you want, exactly what you're looking for. I invite you to please come and experience the miracles of therapeutic spiritual counseling for yourself and recover your whole and true self. Enjoy life again. You know, when we're young children, generally, we have this wonderful openness where every environment and every moment is not the same old anything. It all is strange and new and fascinating and interesting. And the more we install attitudes in ourselves, the more we lose that. the more, instead of actually being present and experiencing the live and fascinating energy emanating from everything in the moment of now, instead, we're just substituting projection. Oh, this is the same old place. This is the same old environment, the same old anything. Nothing is the same old. Nothing truly is. Every moment is unique. And if your eyes are open, beautiful and fascinating. And I'm here to help you recover that essential, childlike outlook on life for yourself. That feeling. I can help you with relationships. Yes, we can fix relationships completely. I have techniques that, once used, will not only affect your feeling towards the other person, but will actually affect their feeling towards you, very palpably. Yeah, that really happens all the time. I remember one of the first times I used that technique with a client. He had years of getting counseling sessions that centered around problems with his wife. Well, we use this technique. It took one session, and for the next 2 or 3 months, we would do weekly sessions to continue on from there to address other things. But every session started with, I can't believe it. I have no more problems with my wife. That is the power of these simple techniques. Of course, with all my years of experience, I work very intuitively. I can feel what we need to do. What makes it all work is your drive, your sincere motivation to end your suffering, find your love and your joy, and step into the life you are meant to have. That drive, your aspirations, that's what powers all the change you're going to have with me. I've got the tools, I've got the techniques, but believe me, you're in the driver's seat. Everything is dictated by whatever is dominating your consciousness in the moment of the session. Nothing works better than that. And yes, I train many practitioners, and if you're interested in getting that enlightenment or you want to help others, we can do that. But first come, have sessions with me, and experience the miracles of therapeutic spiritual counseling for yourself. I'm really looking forward to meeting you and helping you get there.